It's just so rare for fans of a show to get. I know the word revived is certainly been thrown around, but this is a limited series in a way. Like, what led you to want to do this again, Michael?
Well, I did it for about 8 seasons, which is about 8 years. Took about 8 years off, and we batted around the idea of returning to it. I think in this case, a story emerged that felt like it was worth telling, one that had a lot to do with the fact that as much time has passed as has passed, because the central relationship is going to be between Dexter and his now grown son. Mm-hmm. The finale was very dissatisfying for fans, I think, and if nothing else, totally open-ended. So I think a big part of the motivation was just to find out, both for ourselves and for everybody else, what the hell happened to this guy.
And so, what attracted you to this particular storyline? That's it, because again, I'm sure you had to have a lot placed in front of you.
That it focused. Yeah, I liked that it focused on the relationship with the son. I liked that as much time has passed for him as has passed for the rest of us, and that he's been committed to abstinence. The fact that we're turning the cameras back on suggests that he's probably going to slip up and start killing again. And the idea of someone who's done as much as he's done and then just turned it off, turned off the murder hose. The idea of somebody turning that back on and the chaos that would ensue felt inherently dramatic. And he's in a completely different environment. He's living in a tiny little upstate New York town surrounded by snow and ice. I mean, he couldn't be further from Miami. He's living under a different name. And, it just, I don't know. I think it felt like it was a new context for the show that would do the character justice, and that's what we tried to do.
What was the strangest, construct to revive this character that you heard from either a fan or anybody that you were pitched? Which one did you hear that was? I
think the strangest pitch came from my mother, who wanted to watch a season of Dexter just simply living in a monastery.
Your mom forwarded you that idea?
She just wanted to. Yeah, she was just like, wouldn't it be great if we just watched him, do his daily chores, go to bed early, and just be quiet. That's what mom wants to watch.
So
she wants to watch me behave.
Yeah, how does your mom handle the fact that you've been seen on camera? And my mom, to use the phrase that she uses, she fells when she sees me on television talk sports. How does your mom handle you being a cold-blooded serial monster, Michael? Is that why the monastery stuff comes in right there?
She takes it in stride. I mean, I think she, Mom loves me for me, and I think it's maybe strange for her to see me pretending to be all these other people who maybe people love Dexter or other characters I've played, and
yes.
I think she almost feels compelled to announce to people, I taught him better than that. He doesn't actually. I never told him it's okay to murder people in any way.
That's good.
But essentially, no, she's very proud. She's happy to see me.
I guess the only thing that'll be worse.
Working.
Yes, right. I guess the only worse idea, with all due respect to your mother, would be Dexter the musical, right? Like to see all of this sort of set to music, right? Sort of like a cop rock.
I mean, I've learned in this business to never say never, but I feel comfortable saying never to that idea.
I've got Michael C. Hall here on the Rich Eisen Show. Is it true that you prepared for the role of Dexter back in the day by following people around New York City? Did that actually happen, Michael?
That is true. I just to get a taste for what it would feel like to endow some stranger with reprehensible characteristics and maybe follow him around the city a little bit. It was surprisingly easy. There's a lot of people in New York. People can be followed without knowing you're doing it. I didn't follow anybody home.
Okay, that's good.
I just maybe down to the subway, back out of the subway, just to see how it felt.
And how did it feel? I'm curious.
It invigorating in a way. It's like you're in on a secret that nobody else knows about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it gave me a sense of, I mean, just the tiniest taste of what it must, that it might be a bit of a power trip to be carrying around secrets that formidable. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And now here we're back on the air. Yeah, no, and it's interesting too. The scene and the setting. There's sort of like a Stephen King feel to it. Seeing you in the snow with an axe, you know.
Yeah, totally. It's a kind of a misery-esque.
Yeah, you know, and
yeah. I mean, it was nice to be in an environment that was so completely different. So I never got confused and thought I was in a time warp or anything. It was obvious because I was freezing that that time had passed and we were in the present.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.